idea the amount of ignorant mess we're about to get into right now.
Sit your $5 ass down before I make you.
Hello and welcome to a brand new preview episode for Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
And Tiara.
Hello.
All right, guys, this is preview for episode 200. This is a landmark episode. I don't know if I want to tell what the episode is going to be about first or just talk about our topic. I guess I'll do the standard. The episode 200, we decided to go very light and pick a movie that I personally wanted to do for a very long time. And finally I got some backup. Tiara, came to my defense, for this movie. This is a 2001 classic. Two can play that game. Starring Vivica Fox and Morris Chestnut.
Yes.
Micah is over the moon about it. So let me give the log line for people for some reason who've never seen this modern masterpiece.
Including Micah.
Fucking idiot. When it comes to the matters of the heart, keeping her man happy and committed is an all day's work for Shanté Smith, played by Vivica A. Fox. See, she tried to fancy it up when she used Vivica A. Fox. Shanté is so adept at navigating the waters of romance that her best friends depend on her for advice whenever man troubles cloud the horizon. But when Shanté's boyfriend, Keith, played by Morris Chestnut, Micah's favorite, is caught red-handed stepping out on her I guess they meant like arch nemesis, Conny, played by Gabrielle Union, Shanté institutes her 10-day plan to get her man in line.
You didn't see Micah's face.
I don't know how you have not seen this movie. It's fucking hilarious.
You don't know how I haven't seen this movie?
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I've known you long enough to know why you haven't seen this movie. But I also have known you long enough to know that you are going to have a time. I don't know if it's going to be a good time, but I'm going to have a good time watching you have a time. So that is episode 200. So look forward to that next week. I cannot wait. So the random topic for this preview episode before episode 200 is just reminiscing, because after 400, give or take 400 weeks of work, almost 9 years, we've made it to episode 200. And that's, I never thought we would actually make it this far, to be honest. I didn't know that the show would last as long and it'd be as popular as it is. But first and foremost, I would thank our audience. And then so I don't have to eat macaroni and cheese at 3 a.m, I'd also like to thank my wife and I'm sure other significant others as well who have to put up with our shit. So
yeah, this the first episode was November 12th, 2012. And it was Superfly. And this show started from a Facebook conversation between Jay, myself, Terrence, and Rob.
Yep.
And it was I think we were shitting on a Tyler Perry movie.
That is exactly what we were doing, yes.
and Jay was like, because we had already been doing the Nerdpocalypse for just over a year, and Jay said, yeah, we should talk about movies, and they should be black movies, because people don't black movies don't get the shine that we think they need or deserve, good or bad, right? And so yeah, we started with Superfly. I might have to actually go back and rewatch that. Look, this podcast, I mean, I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but this podcast is one of the few podcasts that I will go back and listen to old episodes of.
Yeah.
Most podcast formats don't usually allow for that because they're like current events with things that are incredibly topical. Like not a lot of them are evergreen. But the beauty of this podcast is that you can come in at any point, and if it's a movie that you want to see and we've done, no matter when, the time period, you can go back and listen. And some of my favorite episodes are some of the early ones.
Absolutely.
New Jack City was awesome. I personally love I personally love The Last Dragon.
Yeah, I was
episode.
just looking at that. Yeah, episode 6.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's Boss Nigga. It was a
classic.
film that I didn't know existed for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Pariah. Like some of them old episodes, some of those older episodes. And normally if you go back and listen to a podcast in their early work, it's a little rough. And it's a little rough for us, but the essence of it is still there.
Yeah. I would say Red Tails is not a very good episode. It's just not. It's not. And like, I don't know, like that's kind of a weird thing to say. Like you can like look back and see things that worked and didn't work.
Yeah.
Tiara, you have been a fan for a long time before you got drafted to the big leagues.
I know. I'm trying to like, what was I doing when
I think you were 12.
Yes. Yes, everyone. I was a 12-year-old.
Can't believe your mom let you listen to this show. It's crazy.
I'm trying to figure. Well, first I thought that. So I didn't know that it was Jay behind Nerdpocalypse.
Go fuck yourself. All right, I'm just gonna say it now. Go fuck yourself. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like I thought Jay was white, but I remember
Terrence did.
Yeah.
Terrence absolutely did.
Yeah, before Terrence and I met. Yeah.
But I definitely
Fuck him
had
too.
my I definitely had my my misconceptions of what I thought all of y'all looked like. Like I thought Micah was like dark skin, pretty much Terrence's color, but like a big, huge, not just tall. Micah's very tall, but I thought Micah was like basically Michael Clark Duncan.
That amuses the hell out of me. So imagine him.
I think Terrence was just like I pictured. In fact, I think when I really started getting into the show was when y'all did Temptation, and I think that's still probably one of my favorite episodes. Talking about being evergreen.
I mean, that actually wasn't even like when I think about that episode. I always think of it about it being like way further into our catalog. That was only episode 18.
Really?
Yeah, that was that was August 7th, 2013. That was released. That's crazy.
I'm looking at the looking at iTunes now, and gosh, I mean, what is time? Because I keep on thinking that y'all did Wait and Exhale much later, but it was like literally 6 years ago.
Wow. That sounds crazy. Yeah. That feels like
like I think going from I'm still a fan, obviously. But to actually being on the show, it's pretty dope. But I don't know. For me, it's not just about the fact that the shows that y'all have done such a good job reviewing these movies. It's that you've injected yourselves, pretty much your whole selves, into how you do it. Right. And it's so refreshing and different from how other people do movies where it's clearly like a shock jock act. But no, y'all are pretty kind of like this offline or off camera too.
Yeah. Wow, that is the best. I mean, you can teach Serena Williams how to backhand a compliment.
Right. I mean, y'all what is there to really say?
Y'all are pretty much all right. There it is.
Do you like this? There's more of it.
But it's why I think this podcast has been so successful and why people have started teaching like this show in their college classes, which I think is amazing.
Amazing and also terrifying to me. Like that is terrifying to me.
I don't think there's any other podcast that does what Black on Black cinema does the way that it does either.
There are a few that are similar in style, I would argue. Some I like, some I'm not necessarily a huge fan of, but that's irrelevant. I'm
never going to listen to them because I have loyalty to one Black on Black cinema.
That's right.
And I don't believe in betrayal.
That's right.
I've learned that from someone on the show.
Yeah, that's right. Shit, listen to episode 18. God damn. You see what happens when you betray somebody on that in the Tyler Perry universe. Whole life gets fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so like when the show started, I had just turned 21.
Wow.
Jesus.
And now I'm literally going to be 30 in a few months. So I feel like
Jesus Christ.
I've spent I feel like I've definitely grown up with the show.
Yo, that's a wild. Don't say shit like that. God damn. Like, the Nerdpocalypse will be 10 years old this year, and there are literally people I know for a fact. I'm like, you are barely of age when the show started, right? That doesn't necessarily mean they listened since then, but like, that's crazy. And then there are other people, you know, like shout out to Carl. I won't give his full name. Like, I know Carl has been listening to our show like since pretty
damn
early.
near the beginning.
Damn near
the beginning. He's one of the first people I remember seeing like interact with us.
Right. So
Carl will always if we have a Hall of Fame, Carl is the first inductee.
Yep,
Yeah.
he is. Absolutely.
And like, I guess I haven't gone back to the early episodes in a while, but I remember the times when, you know, Micah was referring to his wife as his girlfriend back then.
Yeah.
And him
That's wild.
and him and like all the crystal like jokes that were part of the early days.
Because that's all he had to eat.
to Micah talking about his engagement on the show. And then of course, you know, Jay like never changing. Like, Jay has been the same.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like,
nothing has changed in my life at all.
But
no
like
growth.
Actually, if anything, the other way, like, regressing.
but Jay becoming a dad, which is like
fucking
wow.
odd.
Like everyone is an adult now. And then, you know, you have Terrence, who is, you know, Terrence.
Yeah.
You
Where
know,
is he? Where is he? He's still around. He's still around.
Basically like the old black man of the show.
He been
was
old.
the youngest among the three of us.
Yeah.
He was the young even when there were four of us, he was the youngest.
Yeah.
Yes.
He somehow Terrence started Black on Black Cinema as a 45-year-old black man. Like, he started episode 1.
He was my you're not allowed to say spirit animal anymore, but like he was my Patronus before.
Tell him, Terrence.
basically saying what my inner monologue was telling me about certain issues, especially when it came to white folks.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah. As I've gotten older, I certainly can relate more and more to Terrence's perspective. It's like, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I mean, I just like looking over the episodes and things that we've talked about. Like, one of the things that was just like a really cool moment, like, and just funny, is the time I got to interview Timok from The Last Dragon while he was in line at Trader Joe's. Like, that episode's still there. Like, that was in 2013, which is just hilarious. Wow. And he got like slightly offended when I asked him would he ever be in a remake and play Show Enough. He was like, "What? No, I would never play Show Enough."
How did he look?
It's a very handsome young man, or not young anymore, but yes, it's kind of ridiculous actually. And then I remember one of the things that I think is one of the more powerful things that ever happened on the show, which is when the Baltimore Uprising happened. Mm-hmm. And, you know, me, Micah, Terrence, and Rob, you know, got online, like, and just talked about it as it was happening, as we were watching it. And I remember we got a lot of positive feedback from that, and and
Patton Oswalt like retweeted.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt told people to listen to it and everything. And that was dope. Like, that was really cool. And like those kind of moments, it made it feel like we weren't just like talking about movies. Like, we were actually like maybe like moving people a little bit on certain things and giving people perspective. Which I think like that really kind of helped us like to kind of keep going. Like, oh, okay, like people are really listening. You know, and it's just, you know, and then we had like really like noteworthy episodes, like the Baby Boy episode, which was just hilarious. The Black Dynamite episode. I mean, like you know, when we had Rod and Karen on that first time and we did Harlem Nights, like just like really, really big episodes.
The Wiz was almost 7 years ago.
What?
Yes, July 16, 2014, when the 3 or 4 of y'all were making fun of Diana Ross playing.
Excuse me, one of us. And the other one said that she fell into a bowl of grits, which was fucking hilarious. It was one of Terrence's greatest lines. It's fucking funny. It was June 5th, 2014 that we discovered that the movie Hurricane was a load of bullshit. And that movie was fake.
Big lie.
It was a big ass lie.
Like everything about that movie was a lie.
Yo, Terrence reading the real shit that happened in that story while we're reviewing, he was like, yo, this didn't happen. None of this happened. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, for us to do 42, and like that was like a weird start for like 42, Get On Up, Black Panther, to watch the rise of Chadwick Boseman across our podcast was kind of dope. Like to look back and think about that. To think about, what's that movie that fucking
in April of 2017, we discovered the genius that is Carl Weber and his movie with The Man in 3B.
Yo, that's still one of my favorite episodes of all time. I love that episode so much. Excuse me. I don't think that we could do a, sort of a reminiscing episode if we did not talk about episode 44, September 17th, 2014.
Yeah,
Insecure, buddy.
Insecure. I know that by heart. Man. Yeah.
I might have to go back and listen to that episode again.
Somebody suggested that to us. I can't remember who. Somebody suggested that to us and was like, "Yo, you're not gonna believe this. This dude got painted on abs." I said, "Yo, get out!" And sure as shit, this dude has airbrushed abs. All right, yo.
I would rather suck a man's dick. Like, whoa. What?
I'd rather a man's penis be in my mouth than in my woman.
It's like,
can you dig that? Nephew Tommy was like, "No, I don't dig it." What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you saying, yo? Get out of here. Another classic episode we did with Brandon from Where's My 40 Acres? January 28th, 2015, Belly. That was a fucking landmark episode. I don't remember when it was, but I remember when we did the Mac and how people are still angry to this day on YouTube. I had to cut off the fucking comments because it got that bad.
Wow.
Old niggas were so mad. Y'all don't understand that movie. It's just not good. It's just not good.
Yep.
I get it, but it's just not that good. April 29th, 2015, Beyond the Lights. Fantastic movie. And I was really rooting for that guy's career. And
turns out. Yeah.
Turns out.
I remember this episode. Lawrence was right in preview to episode 96.
Oh,
this
no.
is about Insecure.
The other Insecure.
I mean, he was right.
Wait, I think I was on that episode.
Oh, no.
I think it was.
That was a really good episode. That was some smart ass shit said. Oh, turns out that was me. I was on.
I think that was me, Terrence, and Erica.
Yes, it was.
I remember.
Yes, it was. That's right.
Episode 77 was Lady Sings the Blues, where we find out that that Billy D. Williams is so handsome, it made Terrence question his sexuality.
He was like, wait a minute, hold on, what?
Billy D was like, "You want to let my hand fall off?" And Terrence was just like, oh my.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, I questioned myself for a minute. I was like, wait, what? That was great.
Dying,
that was great. Yeah, there's just a lot of really, really great stuff. I remember January 26, 2016, episode 76, A Diary of a Mad Black Woman, which if you go back and listen to that episode, Micah yelling about that woman lying is one of my favorite moments in the entire show. Oh man, so good.
Can y'all talk about where the once a year Tyler Perry rule came from?
Oh, that's easy. People kept asking us to do movies, and we're like, I don't like doing these movies. They're terrible. Let's make it once a year. It took us like 40 seconds to come up with that rule.
Yeah, because we did one Tyler Perry movie, and then the floodgates opened up. You got to do this one and this one and this one and that. Like, nah, yo, you got to spread that out.
Nah, fuck that.
So how long will it take before we get through all of his movies. What, like 5,
We
6
won't
years?
get through all of his movies.
Because we don't do the
because,
Medea ones.
We don't do the Medea movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If it
Okay.
says Medea in the title, we
it.
don't do it.
Who came up with that rule?
Me, maybe. I don't know.
Probably Jay.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, I don't mind doing these other movies, but goddamn, like I can't do too much.
Jay, what do you have against black women?
Nothing. What does that have to do with Medea?
You got all how long you got?
All right, relax. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. No,
Although, Why Did I Get Married? The Tyler Perry movie, we all agree that we like.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
The second one is not good. It's not as good. Like it's not bad, but it's not as good. Like, but Why Did I Get Married? It's a good movie. Like, I wouldn't say even like, oh, it's great or anything, but I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. When she hit
Did
that
y'all
nigga
do
in
the
the
family
head.
that praise? Y'all did the family that praise.
Yeah, people kept telling us, oh, that one was really good. Chris from Three Black Geeks. No, it wasn't. Nah.
I thought it was good.
What? See, that's why you weren't on the show then. We had to get that shit out of the way. But no, I liked Why Did I Get Married? Like that whole end scene where he hit him with a bottle across his head. Oh, come on. That was awesome. Yeah, in that episode, I chose who I thought everybody's like personality lined up with. And everyone, of course, said I was the I forget her name, the one married to Michael Jai White. I was like, yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah, I still don't get it. Like I don't see any similarities between y'all, that character and you, but
that whole last scene. Nah, that's me. I would have died.
Probably go boom, and then just looking so satisfied.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely. No, that's 100% me.
Okay.
Episode 43 is the spook who sat by the door, which is
Classic episode.
It's an amazing movie.
Yeah.
That you should seek out, especially if you are like new to this.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at some of these other.
What about When the Bow Breaks? Remember that one?
Oh God.
That's when we started the black thrillers. That's when that like Hollywood was like, we got to get all of that. Was the black version of The Hand That Rocked the Cradle. Right, it was like the babysitter, and she was trying to fuck the husband. And all.
The shit from that was more Chestnut, right?
Yeah, it was.
and the chick who played the staircase, she was on Sabrina, the new one.
I don't know, but
she was. I think if I remember, one of the critiques y'all had of that one was that she looked too young. Like even though she was like actually in her 20s.
Yeah, that's probably true.
She looked like she was younger than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true. Moonlight, episode 102. Is a fantastic movie. I thought we had a really fantastic conversation around that. The man
it's been a long road. I can't believe that there are 200 black movies.
It's hard to believe, really. It's really hard to believe.
And not a one of them was Soul Plane. Imagine that.
Yeah,
we're never doing that movie.
No,
it's not even like a fun watch. It's just silly.
Nah.
But also, like, I think you guys have done a good job going out of the, I guess, like some of the mainstream and even delving into some, British themed or even African themed black movies.
Well, that's something I want to do more of, like going forward. Like it is. Look, I know it was only Mike and I who did those 3 episodes, but I thought the Small Axe series, I thought that was some of our best work. Mm-hmm. Like I really did. I really enjoyed it. One, I thought it was just tremendous filmmaking, if you want to call it that, or TV making. By Steve McQueen, but I just thought our conversations around it, like the stories were so robust and it allowed for really deep conversations. And like, if you, like, to me, as much as like Insecure is like one of my favorite, like funny episodes, or The Spook Who Sat by the Door is like a really like black revolutionary, like conversation. Small Axe, I think, is one of the deeper, like, strong-rooted episode, like, series of episodes that we did. Those 3 in a row. I really thought they were quite good.
On the opposite end of that spectrum is episode 116, The Incredible Jessica James. Not because of the movie. No, this episode is special because it is the first time that Jay and Terrence introduced me to Terrence Howard math.
That's right. Holy shit. I totally forgot about that.
I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Like the last 15 minutes of that show that episode just goes off the rails because I can't deal with it.
That's like, I also love those kind of moments. Like there are just some moments where we just had like these like either funny offshoots or rants that I think were just like, those were what make the show for me in some ways. But look, I'll be honest, in the time between The White Man's Burden and before Tiara came on, right? Like that time where it was just Micah, Terrence, and I, like for the vast majority of the episodes. That was an interesting time, right? It was like we were transitioning to like a 3-man show from a 4-man show. And look, I'm not saying any of this to denigrate Rob, because Rob is a part of the building of the show. He is like, you know, like however it ended, whatever, he is still a part of that. And I'm not going to pretend that he wasn't. But that, I think those episodes after that, like super solidified, like our friendship between the 3 of us, like there was like a number of episodes where we were on a fucking tear, man. Like it was just, everything was just firing on all cylinders. It was just a really awesome, time in the show. And I think as time goes on with the 4 of us, like that same thing is gonna happen when all 4 of us are actually on an episode together. Imagine that. Whenever that is. But I think bringing on Tiara now, to be the woman's perspective and only talk about women's issues and never talk about anything else, obviously is really beneficial to us, right? We're only bringing you in to help us, right? No, but in all seriousness, like I think it has been Tiara, you've been here since February, right? And and just having a woman's voice. I don't mean a female perspective. I like yes and no. You know what I mean? I'm not holding you just to that position, but to just have a woman's voice in this, I think is incredibly important. And it's long overdue because like Mike and I have been talking about that for a long time. We're like, who the fuck are we going to find? right? Like for a long time. So, you know, we thought,
it only took me moving across the country for y'all to realize that I was the one, even though.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You left. Because I was going to offer you the position right before you were like, I'm moving to California. Fuck y'all. And I was like, all right. And then it was like, oh, there's COVID. I guess it don't really matter where you live. That shit's a wrap. So, I mean, but honestly, like that's a big part of it, right? Because I was really adamant, like this show was going to be everybody in studio. And because like that's just what I preferred. And that's the reason why I did not want to have a remote person. And then COVID hit and I was like, well, shit, everything is remote. Oops. So once everything goes back to normal, we'll figure out how to pipe you in at the same time, which is something I've been sort of thinking about in the back of my head. But, I think COVID has kind of proved like that idea is silly, right? So it doesn't really work. That doesn't mean Rob is coming back.
I'm never ever going to say this ever again. So I'm glad. So this is probably a good thing. This is being recorded.
You goddamn right it is. Go ahead.
Because I hate to give these 3 men credit for anything, but I'm going to say something.
This is the amount of derision in your tone.
Let me tell you exactly what I think of them.
I may appreciate these gentlemen that I've gotten to know over the last near decade or so. It's been fun, and it's fun being part of this. This may or may not be one of my favorite things to do on the weekends outside of like my other activities. Okay.
I love how you're like, this may or may not be maybe one of my favorite activities.
That is the closest thing to a nice thing I will ever say publicly on the show.
Oh, well, thank you. We appreciate
Well,
that.
congratulations to you, TR.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Maybe.
See, that's an old trick that Donald Trump used to teach people. He would tell people to tell when they give you a compliment, you tell them congratulations, so they end up thanking you.
Yeah, that's an obnoxious thing to do.
And this is why I never want to give a full compliment. I hate these people.
By the way, I'm gonna put that shit on the soundboard. Like, just clip out you being like, "This is my favorite thing," and like play it again, over and over and over again. So yeah, no, look, I think that's it. But no, I do want to thank fans. I appreciate it. You know, people who I've met, you know, like at a taco spot. I see you. In Baltimore, like that is like, hey, I listen to your show, and you know, people who message us and people who send us incredibly stupid and rude comments on YouTube. I love you too. No, but it's a big deal. And look, in the beginning, we just did it for fun. And now it seems like, you know, it's helping people and gives people perspectives and stuff like that. And we hear from people like, I remember hearing from like white woman. She was like, I'm in Alaska, but as a white woman, it's just really nice to hear like a real perspective from black people. I was like, what? Like but it's just like mind blowing. Like the people who listen and appreciate what you do, you know, and some people don't appreciate it, and I don't give a fuck about them. But
this is a very nuanced podcast, which is, I think,
it's a problem.
It's I mean, there are a lot of people out there who say and do things because it's the thing that social media is looking for at that time. And show this show does not do that. The show is very you know, I think it's real. I mean, it's the type of thing that you would hear people talk about if you were to meet people online, not necessarily, offline, and not necessarily in like a 240 character forum.
It's the barbershop, right? That's how I've heard people compare the show. It's like a bunch of people talking in a barbershop or beauty shop, depending. I'm trying to be inclusive.
Sure.
But it's unfiltered and it's real. And like, look, you can go back and listen. I have definitely said things I'm like, ooh, I shouldn't have said that. But like, I don't regret it because it's honest. It's really me, right? You know, and I may have grown on those things. I'm sure we all have, but it's real. And like, we are never like, you know, some people would say, oh, do you guys rehearse your jokes or rehearse the things you're going to say ahead of time? No, we never do.
You don't get, you don't get, like genuine reactions, from stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like when they introduced me to Terrence Howard math, I was so like, I was mad for real. And Terrence was having like some sort of chest problem. He was just laughing. He was like, yo, you got to stop because I can't keep laughing because it really hurts. And I got to rehearse stuff like that.
Wait, so hold on. That's what episode is that?
116, The Incredible Jessica James.
All right, I got to go back and listen.
I listened to it about a month ago. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's this episode. So, yeah, no, we don't. It's all extemporaneous. The only prep we do is we watch the movies, and Jay and I take notes about the movies. But we don't like plan. But, you know, a lot of the commentary, a lot of the insight is all extemporaneous. Yep. You know, it just kind of comes to you. Like and that's genuine. You know, you don't plan out the conversations that you plan on having with people, right?
No,
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, to Tiara's point in the beginning, which was like super backhanded, we are who we are, like outside of the show. Like that's no different. Like it really isn't. I mean, it might be more toned down, which is crazy. Micah and I's conversations are definitely worse.
Yeah, no,
outside of the show.
Get the fuck out.
100%. Oh, can't say this shit online. But it run me right out of town. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whatever, yo. All right, I'm gonna hit record before. Yeah, I'm gonna hit record before
Same
episode.
way.
You wouldn't be on this show if you weren't.
Anyone who knows me knows that I am one of the nicest people they will ever meet.
All right, I'm gonna message your cousin. I'm gonna get some dirt on you. Get out of here.
She would agree with what I'm saying.
Oh, so she would lie for you. Got it. Mm-hmm. She bad too. I met her.
No, I will say we're very, we bring balance to this group. So just so y'all can continue to be the people you are.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Again, these comments, they don't really sound that positive to me. All right, but again, thank you to the fans, and to 200 more episodes. If there are that many black movies, we don't know. We'll see. But I am looking forward to episode 200. How do we break Micah in 2 hours or less?
I mean, Micah mentioned that, y'all like to take notes. Michael, will you be taking notes for
Oh no, this is my movie to read. This is mine. This is mine.
This is Jay's movie to read. I am not. No, I'm getting through this as a courtesy to you people.
Wow, you people.
Yep, you people.
Jesus.
The funny thing is, I've got to watch this weekend. And like my wife and I actually will have time to sit down and watch this. And I don't know if she's ever seen this movie. But I feel like cause she loves these same like garbage 2000s black movies too. So yeah, no, I think we're going to have a good time. I think I'm going to get high so excited. Before I do this.
I don't know how much it is on Prime.
Don't worry. I'm reimbursing everybody. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Whew.
$2.99. I got you. Whew. Company expense.
Okay, well,
yeah, because I'm not letting Micah wiggle his way out of it. That's why. So, all right, 2 can play that game coming up next week for episode 200, and we will see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.
You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present, and every other week we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.